Hey everybody, this is Craig from Live Walt Games. I'm tired, but I gotta do this video. I did this video maybe 8 years ago, okay? And I'll make this one shorter than normal. But I did this video 8 years ago, and because of how Google views this video, it gets buried a lot. But I did a video yesterday where I was playing NES games and I blew into the cartridge. And I said out loud multiple times when I did it, it's like, I really don't want to blow in this cartridge. It doesn't do shit. It did do shit when we were kids, but 40 years later, almost, it's not gonna do anything. It did then because we had surface discontinuity. So, how do you properly clean your NES cartridge? Well, a lot of people say to use alcohol and don't use Brasso. I disagree. Use Brasso. All right? It's not just from my personal experience of that's what I use and it works. I'm speaking as somebody who worked in a chemical laboratory for almost 13 years, okay? Use Brasso. Brasso is meant to clean. It's gonna blow your mind. Fucking brass, okay? No, I understand why people say don't use Brasso. Brasso is very abrasive, okay? Some people use cooktop cleaner. I'm not gonna suggest that to you just for the personal fact that I don't know what's in what they're using. All right, so if you're using alcohol, I mean, we all know what's in it. If you're using like a 90% dilution, it's a disinfectant, it's a cleaner. My current job in the laboratory, we use it to clean. I mean, it's a sanitizer. So people are saying don't use Brasso because they're cleaning their cartridges or they're cleaning the pins like this. If you're doing this and not taking the actual game apart, do not use Brasso. Because Brasso is abrasive, and if you leave it on these pins, it will eat them, right? If you clean your cartridges every week, which you do not need to do, this was another person I saw on Reddit, don't use Brasso, all right? All you're doing to clean this, if you're using alcohol, is you're rubbing the surface. It might come out dirty, it might not come out dirty, whatever. You are cleaning it, but if you want like to truly clean the pins and have them come out like new, you want to use something, I'm not going to say like Brasso. Use fucking Brasso. It's not expensive. I think this bottle cost me $10, okay? Use a Q-tip and take the fucking game apart. Because if you do this with Brasso on the pins and you don't take the game apart, you cannot remove all of it properly. So, I had to order this bit special. All right? Because the tops of the hex caps on NES games, they're star shaped. See, it's not gonna focus on it properly. But they're special shape, and I had ordered this bit specially. So I already took it apart. So we'll take the cartridge out here. Don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared to take this out. That's all an NES game is. All right, big ass cartridge, just that little bit. This one's pretty clean. I've cleaned all of my games with Brasso, but the fact that I'm just going to show you how to do it the right way, I'm not scared of doing this again. So you would take, a very tiny amount of Brasso, and whoop, you put it on. I kept a paper towel here, because that's the point I was trying to make with the people who said that it's bad for your games. So take the Brasso and I rub it across the pins. And do one side at a time. And I'll show you why after. Only do one side at a time. And then wipe it after. I'm not going to go like crazy vigorous with this. Only because of what I said. I've cleaned every NES game that I own. Take the other side. Give that a good wipe. You don't need to leave this shit on. People on Reddit were saying, leave it on and then wipe it off. Do not do that. Put it on, wipe it off. Wipe it off real good. Even if you can't see the residue anymore, wipe the shit off. It smells, you know it's there, wipe it off. And even if you want to go that extra mile, use some alcohol afterwards. Make sure you really get all of it off if you don't have any faith in yourself to do it. The reason that I use Brasso is If you're wiping with alcohol, it might be a little dirty. If you're doing it with Brasso, the whole Q-tip's going to be blackened. You don't want it black. Because you're doing it black, that means you're eating the pins. Because the pins are made out of brass on an NES game. Okay? So, it's black because it's eating the surface and all the shit that's on the surface of the pins. These pins aren't crazy thick. So, like I said, if you're doing it inside of the encasement and, hold on. I see some extra shit on here. I want off. I don't know what it is. Well, it's gone now. But anyways, look at these pins, right? They look beautiful. They're shiny. There's no smudge and all that shit on it. And that's really what was on your games when you were younger, is that you had shit on these pins or one of the pins. And it was stopping it from being read, or it wasn't reading it properly, and that's why you get it all jumbled and shit. So it wasn't always your Nintendo, which my favorite was the secondary one that people did was the slapping the sides, right? You'd slap the sides of your Nintendo to get it to work. But so I'm gonna put these screws back in, and then I'm gonna take this over and I'm gonna do it on the TV. Jesus, I think I just ate some Brasso. I'm gonna put it on the TV and I'll show you that the game still works. All right, so that's the cartridge I just cleaned, which was Rampage. I have it in my Retron HD. I was having issues with this fucking thing yesterday, so I turned it on and hey, works just fine. So anyways, yeah, that's a proper way to clean your NES cartridge. And the best part is, there's so many people that are like, don't use Brasso and shit, but if you look on the back of the NES cartridge, it says right on it, do not clean with thinner, alcohol, or other such solvents. I know it says benzene, but really you can clean it with whatever you like. So it's kind of irritating that there's so many debates. I saw it on Reddit. Obviously, people commented on my last video. I had this conversation with a person in real life, with a dude in real life, recently about the proper way to clean it. And it's basically like the proper way to clean it is everything that was suggested is okay. Brasso's the best in my opinion and my chemical knowledge and experience. Brasso is the best to clean brass. I don't know why there's an argument about it. You know, using alcohol, make sure you're using like a 90%, but make sure you're drying the shit as you're doing it. I know alcohol dries as it cleans, right? It's not something that's going to stay wet. It's not something that's going to help you rust, although it's a rust inhibitor because it eats away oxidized layers, but whatever. Just take the thing apart and use Brasso and do it properly. If you're going to put forth that much effort, and the fact that you're still playing an NES game and, you know, it's December 2020, just take the extra effort, spend the extra $10, get the bit. I think that bit, I ordered that bit 10 years ago, and it cost me $8 or something, but I'm sure, you can't just walk into a store and buy this bit, necessarily. It's a specialty one. You're just cheaper getting it online. But, yeah. Hopefully that helps somebody out there. Please don't argue with me about Brasso. Please don't argue with me about any chemical compound in here. It will go nowhere. Trust me. It's not going to go anywhere. Again, I worked in a chemical laboratory for just about 13 years. So please don't argue with me about Brasso. I won't do it. Thank you guys for watching.